How a bunch of human inmates saved a sector of galactic space. An article written by Makori Jungala for the free writing class of the Kamula Space Station's Public College. Orbiting Qatar, Zil Sector. Humanity might seem like a peaceful race because of how much they seem to focus on helping the Galactic Federation, but this is only the phase they want everyone to see. Those who know their military history know that they are relentless warriors who are only as hard on their enemies as they are on their own soldiers. But this pales when we compare their professional armies to what the people of the Valdis sector experienced with human penal units. It all started when a rogue corporation known as the Zerktech conglomerate, or Zerk, as the humans called it, began to claim planets in the sector regardless of whether or not the residents agreed to it. This escalated when Zerktech was cutting off evacuations so as to hire cheaper labor, and that's when the signal for help was sent out, reaching an old satellite that bounced the signal straight towards the Sol system. While the people expected a military response of several carrier-class starships and a legion of human soldiers, what they got was a modified cargo-class starship of clear human manufacture, as a small shuttle landed on the planet of Gallin that was under siege, and what came out were human penal units. A squad of 8 humans who were armed with the most basic of assault rifles humanity could find in their factory floors, body armor that was bolted together and welded around their torso with visor helmets that appeared to have been purchased at one of their extreme sport equipment stores. A human penal unit is one of the more unique of humanity's armed forces, consisting of criminals guilty of piracy, treason, or murder, as they were given the choice of serving their sentence or trying to earn their freedom through service in the penal unit. Their torso armor being the only real protection they had, as it was designed not to protect them, but to make sure they couldn't remove it, as that armor would be their new prison. They were a brigade of inmates that were sent out in 8-man teams to defend against Zerktech, or to attack their bases, performing certain missions to sabotage their progress of conquering the planet, releasing their laborers, destroying their factories, and dismantling their war machines. Slowly, through a war of attrition, they took back territory from Zerktech until they purged them from the planet and followed them to the next planet and the next one after that, until they were making their final full frontal assault on the Zerktech company's ship, until the ship's engines began to have fatal malfunctions, as human military officials brought the CEO of Zerktech into custody, as only a few hundred of the human inmates returned to their starship before it left the sector for a warp jump. To the people of the Valdis sector, the human penal units were the unsung local heroes who saved their lives for no glory to their names, as the few photos that existed of their faces without their helmets are kept in their museums marked as the heroes of Valdis sector. But to the military officers of humanity, they were simply throwing the scum of their own race into the meat grinder, until the problem went away.